was in 2 different stores. I thought that I was just going to keep those booths and turn my shop just sort of into a working studio. The first thing I did was put a coat of White Swan and Debbie's Design Diary DIY Big Top varnish on this before I put any of the transfers on it and let it dry overnight. We were putting things in there. We were looking around. I mean, this place is big. It's too big for a studio. When I first started looking for a place, my idea was to have something that was probably about like 600 square feet, that I could just bring all the stuff from my garage, because I was painting in my garage and in most of my house, and have an area to paint in. And I was just going to bring all my furniture and paints and everything there, and then just paint there and just haul things to my vendor booths. It was kind of a silly idea not to have a store. It's just open up a shop, we'll put in a cash register, and we'll see how it goes. I quickly realized that, yeah, you can get a few people to come in. Some people would drive by and think, what's that over there? And they'd come in. And some people have found me because I sell Iron Orchid designs, I sell DIY paint, I sell a lot of other products, and when they do a Google search, my store would come up and they would come in. But literally, I would sit there for days without customers. I would sit there for days by myself with no customers. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to disappoint my husband, which I don't think that was ever an issue. I mean, seriously, he's amazing. And so I don't want to have to go back to an office job. I don't want to have to go back to an office job. I really, really loved what I was doing. I'm also going to be using Iron Orchid Designs label ephemera transfer, just the one piece that says market, and I'm also going to be using their wallflower transfer, which is so gorgeous. I'm not going to be using the whole entire thing. I'm just going to cut out the parts that I want, and I'm just letting the scissors kind of just dictate where to go on the edges around the flowers, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to put them. I thought the easiest way to figure out where I wanted to place these was place them where I wanted them and then cut along the grid line so that I could just match the edge of the grid line up to the edge of the sign. So I had to make it work. I just had to make it work. I remember Debbie Beard saying, you know, you just need to do YouTube. It's a game changer. It really will help your business. So I started doing YouTube, and it turns out I really love it. It's fun. Once you get the transfer attached to the piece, you want to burnish it really well, which means just take a soft cloth and go over the entire transfer to make sure that you don't have bubbles.
I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head.
I had a few holes in the spot in the middle, and I wanted to cover up a little bit of mistakes that I kind of made. So I decided to use these butterflies, and they are IOD stamps. And then I'm also using the ink, which is their China Blue ink, and they have the really cool little pads with them. It makes it super easy, and it gives it a really nice, sharp, clean image. How about a pretty little dragonfly? And then I decided to use their really gigantic butterfly too. And it is super big and really cool.
Now always in your hand.
Look at this thing. It's about the size of my hand. It's huge. Now that I'm done, I'm going to just seal the whole thing with the DIY clear wax, which is super soft and buttery and really easy to use. Just be sure and let your piece dry all the way, because I didn't, and you can see where the dragonfly is. It has a little bit of smearing, but that's okay because we're going to put some dark wax on it, and that will probably cover it up a little bit. I really didn't care. I just wanted to get this done, and I just think it turned out super cool, and it really only took me about a half an hour. I made myself think outside the box. I had to have a national audience because I could not just rely on my local area for customers. So I started an Etsy shop. I started a website. First time in 3 years that my business is actually going to do well, and I'm excited about that. To find the products that I used in this video, go to elsielaneboutique.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Elsie Lane Boutique. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.